Good afternoon. So today I would like to talk to you guys about a dream I had on April 21st, 2017, and this is how the dream went. Um, I was home, and my husband Samuel, his name is Samuel, so I'm gonna say Samuel. Samuel was at work, and then Samuel was at work, and he was in his dorms, and he came home late, because usually he doesn't come home late. But in this dream, he came home extremely late. And so I I when he had came home, I had smelled like weed, the plant that people smoke, like weed. I had smelled the smell of weed smoke on him basically, but it smelled like smoke from weed on him. I had smelled it, and he doesn't smoke, so I thought that was strange. So I asked him, I'm like, why do you smell like weed? And so he said, because he was at the dorms. Because there are dorms, there are housing dorms at his workplace, that he has an option of staying, but we stay in our own little place. So he still can go to the dorms here and there, but usually when he goes there, he only goes there for one particular reason, or to heal someone or so forth. So I thought it was strange that he smelled like weed, so I asked him about it. I said, why do you smell like weed? And he said, because he was in the dorm. So I knew that. I said, okay, that sounds just about right, because some of his co-workers, when he's not around, they smoke sometimes, and so the scent could get on your clothes, and that's why the reason why we don't stay in the dorms. So that's why we have our own place. But I asked him, I said, why you smell like weed? And he said, because he's in the dorms, and that, because the boys smoked there, so I understood that the scent of the weed got into his clothes. I understood that. So I asked why he was at the dorms, and he said because there was an earthquake. So every time he said the word earthquake, I had a quick glimpse of, I don't know, it's a vision in the dream, a quick glimpse of a vision in the dream. But it was a quick open screen. I saw people in New York. I've never been to New York, but for some reason every time this picture opened and showed me, I saw buildings. I can't say it looked like buildings in New York, but what I do know is automatically when I saw this picture open, I saw people screaming and running around certain buildings. These buildings, I just automatically know this is New York. And I heard people screaming every time he said the word earthquake, and I just knew the earthquake happened in New York. I saw the people screaming, and then the picture would close. And I asked him again, why was you late, And he said, because they had an earthquake. And every time he said earthquake, I saw a picture. I asked him this question twice in the dream. And I saw a picture of people screaming and yelling in New York City. And so, and then after that, after he told me this, so I finally believed him after the second time of asking him why he was late. And what I keep seeing New York in a state of panic. And so I saw my younger brother. I still don't understand the spot, but I saw my younger brother outside the door. So my husband said that he was going to take a shower, and he asked me if I wanted to come, and I said, at first I said no. And as he was about to leave, I said, you know what, I'll come anyway, because I just want to get it over with. And as he was walking to the shower, because the shower that we have is on the other side of the house, because our bathroom is being fixed up. So we have a shower that's somewhere outside. It's like a bathroom, but it's on the outside, on the other side of the house. And so we have to go around the house to shower and to go to the toilet and so forth. And until the one that's around by us is complete or so. So in the dream, we was walking on the our side of the house. It's two sides of the house, two sides of the homes, at the back and the front. That we used to be we're in the room that's closest to the back of the house. And so that side of the house was lit, like almost like if the sun was setting or sun was rising, that orangey color. All I know is there was an orange color to it. And I can't explain this. As we was walking from the back side of the house to the front, it was like it went from light to complete darkness. The front side of the house and the whole of the island that we're on was in complete and utter darkness. There was no light that I can remember. The only light that was coming from was we were staying in the yard with the pastor, and so the pastor car lights was on, and I couldn't see it, but I saw it. It was like this dark, like the dark black figure, but it was so black. It was just as black as the darkness, so you couldn't see it, but you could sense it. It was like your eyes could sense the shape and everything, but you couldn't see it. I can't explain it. You can't see it, but it's like you still can sense the shape, the size of it, and everything. It was something in the darkness, and it stepped into the pastor's car and turned off his car to the point where the lights went out. And so my husband, he stopped and looked into it, like, like a cautious, like when something happened, like let's say you hear a noise in the kitchen, you probably be like, oh, that's probably a spoon drop, and you ignore it, like that. He kind of ignored, like, maybe I'm seeing things. Like he thought about it a little bit. He saw what I saw, but he still continued. So after that, he continued to walk straight into the darkness, because we have to walk into the darkness to get to the bathroom, and the bathroom was on the side with the darkness. So he continued to walk, and I walked behind him, and it was like he walked faster than me, like he's walking away from me. So I thought he was trying to play with me. So I was thinking about running up to catch him, but he got closer to the bathroom before me, because he walked ahead of me and he was getting closer to the bathroom. But it was like when he get by the curve to go straight into the bathroom, he suddenly stopped, like he saw something, and turned around and started to run fast. And so I started running after him, and I said, "Why are you running for me?" And he's like, "I'm not running for you. I'm running for what was chasing me." But I didn't see anything. And I said, well, then hurry up. So we ran back. Again, the back of the house had light, like the sun was setting, but the front of the house was still dark. And we ran back into the room. I locked the door. I was expecting the thing that was chasing him to come to the room door, right? But it never did. And as I was looking out, the door has like a window in the door. So the curtains was in there, but there was a window in the door, and no curtains was on the door. And I was just looking out, expecting the scene to come and chase us, but it never did, and the dream ended. But before I said the dream ended, there's a part of the part of the dream I left out, where I saw, what do you call it? But when my husband was asking me if I'm coming to the showers with him, when I said yes, I'm gonna come, I forgot. There's a part I forgot. I went to put on my slippers, but it's like the slippers was like two wrong pairs. Like I couldn't get it on my foot properly, and it felt like there was something stuck underneath my slippers. But as I went to walk into the darkness, I couldn't feel the slippers on my foot anymore, right? So we know that slippers, it represents your peace, like the gospel of peace, like the armor of God. Your shoe is your gospel of peace, right? And at first, it was hard to find peace. And I honestly don't understand what this dream meant, but this is for anyone. You can go and you can pray about it and ask God, what does it mean? But I do know what the darkness is, and darkness is darkness. There is no going around about it. Evil, complete and utter evil. For God is light, and there is no darkness in him. And the darkness is honestly, there is no good thing that comes out of darkness. And so it is a time to be prepared. It is a time to be ready. It is a time to be alert. And it's not a time to be doing your own thing and playing and dilly-dally with sin. And so the only thing I get for the black thing that was in the darkness was from Psalms 51. I'll put in the link. Right now my mind's kind of just, I'll put in the link. But you have I think it's Psalms 51 or 91. I think it's 51 or 91. One of them. I can put it in the link. Where it says, and the pestilence that walketh in darkness. And I look up pestilence and I see sickness. So I just want to give it a wonderful, this is all of us. You don't never know what's going to come and how God's judgment is going to come for the wicked. Don't be caught up in the judgment of God. And so be prepared and have a blessed day.